Hello everyone. Welcome to the Diploma of Education Studies Pathway session. My name is Shanali and I'm a future student advisor at Victoria University. In this webinar, we will be talking to you about possible pathway options from Victoria University Polytechnic to Victoria University for this course. And joining us is Diana Rector, Pathways Coordinator for Admissions, Shiona Long, Lecturer and Course Chair for Diploma of Education Studies, and Scott Murray, Manager Pathways and Retention at Victoria University. Before we start, I would like to acknowledge my country and pay my respects to the elder custodians of the land we live, work, and study on today. And I would also like to pay my respect to the elders past, present, and emerging. So as a student who's already completing or completed a program at VU Polytechnic, why transfer to university? There's a few reasons. You would have an easier transition to university from TAFE, where you can enhance and expand your scope of knowledge. You also have a wider range of career options, and you'll finish off with 2 qualifications. And most importantly, you'll be studying in our award-winning block model. Talking a bit about our block model, I'll play this short video clip which explains everything about it in just 60 seconds.
We've been teaching the same way for hundreds of years now, but the world around us has changed, and along with it, employer and industry needs. So at VU, we change the way you learn with our Australian-first block model. Traditionally, you juggle the demands and deadlines of 4 units at once. Instead, the VU block model has you focus on 1 unit at a time. Each year will be broken into 2 semesters. Each semester will be broken into 4 blocks, which run for 4 weeks. You focus on 1 unit in each block, completing all your assessments before moving on to the next. So, instead of this, VU's block model looks like this. The block model offers you flexible study options, support from 1 teacher per unit, and practical hands-on teaching methods that prepare you for your future. So when you study at VU, you know you'll gain the support and skills you need to succeed.
As you can see, this has proven to be highly effective, and we are the first university in Australia to deliver our undergraduate programs entirely in the block model. And as you study 1 subject at a time, it has resulted in a higher pass rate, and over 40% of our students have received a distinction or above. Furthermore, there's under 35 students in a classroom, which means you have a more personalized learning experience. And results generally come within 3 days, which means you can get on to the next block without any delays. I would now like to hand over to Diana to talk to you about pathways and the admissions process.
Thanks, Shanali. If you're currently studying the Certificate 4 in Education Support, you have a guaranteed entry into the Higher Education Diploma of Education Studies. Before I move on to pathway processes, I'd also want to mention that for those of you that do decide to continue on to and successfully complete the diploma, there are also more opportunities to then progress onto further higher education study within a bachelor. Have a look at the other education webinars for more information on this. Next slide, please, Shanali. So what is a conditional offer? A pathway conditional offer means you have a guaranteed place into the diploma upon successfully completing your current course and meeting any additional admissions criteria that may be required for the diploma. New conditional offers currently go out twice a year in approximately May and October. At the same time as new offers are sent, acknowledgement emails are also sent to those that have previously accepted their pathway conditional offer. These emails are sent to your student email account. Information regarding next steps in the pathway process are also provided in both emails. When you receive a new conditional offer, you must accept this via the link within the email to indicate you would like to progress into higher education. Once the offer is accepted, we monitor your successful completion in your current course, as well as validate any admissions criteria that may be required for the diploma. Next slide, please. I'm going to now talk a little bit about the full offer process. Once successful completion in your current course is confirmed, we will process your offer. From there, you will be sent your Enroll Now email with your full offer into the diploma for the next available admissions intake. To enroll into the diploma, you need to simply follow the prompts within the email, log into your MyVU portal, accept the full offer, and enroll into available units. Please be aware that students receive pathway full offers at different stages as successful completion is confirmed in your current course, and pathway full offers are made right up until classes commence from each intake period. If you're ever worried about your conditional or full pathway offer, or have any questions about pathway processes, please email Pathways and we'll be happy to assist you further. Thanks, Shanali.
Thank you, Diana. Next, I would like to hand over to Shiona to speak to you about industry insights and a bit more about this course.
Thanks, Shanali. So the Diploma of Education Studies, as I think as the course chair, is a really wonderful course for our students. We do run this course in block mode, and there are 8 units that form part of the course. And we're part of the College of Arts and Education, so you'll certainly have heard of First Year College, but as part of the College of Arts and Education, we have really strong links to our bachelor courses that many of our students pathway into. So there is a number of courses that you can do post the diploma. You can do a Bachelor of Education P-12 with some additional entry requirements, a Bachelor of Early Childhood, or a Bachelor of Education Studies. So we really have a strong team of educators who many are school teachers with lots of education experience. And whereas in first year college class sizes are up to about 35, we have 30 students maximum in our classes, and students stay in a group so that their timetable is consistent and they're working with the same students throughout the year. And this is really one of the selling points, I think, of the Diploma of Education Studies, because our students get really strong connections with their peers and also with their teachers. We study units like learning through literacy. We do a STEM unit, so science, technology, engineering and maths. We learn about how to use ICT in education applications. We have a health unit. We do lots of arts-based practices. So whether that's putting on a play with your peers or, learning how you can use visual arts or drama or music in an educational setting. And all the way through all of our units, there's a real focus on active learning, engaged learning, lots of participation, working with groups and working individually, and developing your understanding of how educational theory connects to our everyday practices. And we really pride ourselves on giving you lots of additional support. So in first year college, the classes run for 3 hours, 3 days a week. And in the Diploma of Education Studies, our classes are for 4 hours, 3 days a week. And that additional hour just gives you some time to get some support from your tutors around your assessment work, or do some little workshops with other members of your class. Our pass rates in our course this year, last year, around 90%. So our students do exceptionally well, and we really feel like it sets all of our students up very well for future pathways in education, whether that's going into early childhood, maybe considering being a primary teacher or a secondary teacher, working in community education, or continuing to consider how you can be a teacher's aide or work in educational support with a greater depth of understanding of what it is to be a learner and how to support learners. So I think that's probably all I need to say, but please, if you have extra questions, you're certainly welcome to reach out to me via email. Thanks again.
Thanks, Shiona. Last but not least, I would like to hand over to Scott to speak to you about VU Employ and opportunities at VU.
Thanks very much, Shanali. So VU Employ is the career service available to all VU students and VU graduates after they've completed their studies, and it provides career advice, one-on-one career consultations with a qualified careers consultant, resources including the VU Employ Careers Toolkit and Career Directory, Talent Connect mentoring, and ongoing events throughout the year, including careers fairs, expos, industry events, and workshops. VU Employ as a career service can help you with the decision making in whether to transition and use this pathway into higher education study and what you need to consider. Can assist you in identifying values, skills, interests, and personal situation when deciding what to study. Work with you in exploring the course options available, including those bachelor options after you complete the Diploma of Education Studies. Provide the tools to research whether the study path will lead to strong job opportunities after graduation, and explore those job opportunities available to you after you complete your HE degree, but also, given that you've completed the Certificate for in Education Support, opportunities to work while you might choose to do further study. As I mentioned, VU Employ is one of many different opportunities and services available at VU. We also have, for academic guidance and support, the VU Learning Hub based across all our campuses, which is also staffed by student mentors, current high-achieving students who are keen to help their peers. Study abroad programs, leadership opportunities, financial advice, wellness and counselling services, VU Volleys, the VU Volunteer Program, and a huge range of different student clubs and societies are just some of the many different opportunities available at VU. If you have any questions about anything we've spoken about in today's webinar, for admissions information about the pathway or the pathways process, you can email pathways@vu.edu.au. For course information, you can email student.recruitment@vu.edu.au. And if you would like to book in for a one-on-one appointment with a qualified careers consultant, all you need to do is email vuemploy@vu.edu.au. We'd like to thank you very much for listening to this webinar today.